Hey everyone, welcome to Total War Warhammer. I am DisturbingPuppet. So today we're going to do something a little bit different. So today we're going to actually start a campaign. I am not going to do like every single session and record them. I'm going to do kind of sporadic stuff as we go through as my plan. And I already have an idea of who I'm going to play, so we're going to go for the standard Old World campaign. I have not added the second game because I kind of wanted to experiment with the first one and play the stuff kind of as it's built. So let me adjust my volume up here. Alright, so the idea is we play as Bretonnia. So there are three factions. I'm not really sure what the difference is. I'm going to take a look once we get in. So Bretonnia is a feudal society protected by knights, considered the most powerful heavy cavalry in the old world. Its current king is Louen Leoncoeur, a Grail Knight, considered by many to be the nation's greatest ruler since Gilles Le Breton, the uniter of legend. Together they ride forth with lances dipped and prayers to the lady upon their lips. So chivalry, through their noble actions, Bretonnian dukes will benefit from powerful bonuses. Peasant economy, farm or fight. Peasants form Bretonnia's financial and military backbone. Equestrian-based unit roster with a host of fast-moving skirmish cavalry and heavily armored shock cavalry. So the reason I'm kind of interested in this, I like the idea of really focusing on the cavalry, but I also like a lot of the Arthurian stuff. So Bretonnia is totally based on all the Arthurian legend very heavily. So we'll kind of see from there. So Bretonnia, the second largest nation of men after the Empire, is located to the west of Sigmar's lands, separated by the Grey Mountains. The two nations trade via several critical mountain passes, and on the whole relations remain cordial, although they have gone to war many times. Bretonnia is a feudal society of nobles and gallant knights standing above a filthy peasant rabble. However, a Bretonnian army rarely consists of knights alone. Ranks of solid, unremarkable foot troops and peasant levies are provided to soak up damage. The king of Bretonnia is Louen Leoncoeur. Is that the same? It's a little different. Considered by many of his subjects to be the nation's greatest ruler since Gilles Le Breton, King Louen is known as wise monarch who acts honorably at all times. On the battlefield, he truly is a fearsome opponent and the slayer of greenskins, beastmen, and just about any other invader who dares cross into Bretonnian territory with evil intent. And so it is that the Knights of Bretonnia march forth, led by their courageous warrior king with lances dipped and a prayer to the lady on their lips. Yeah, I'll take a look once we get in. So, I have some thoughts on Bretonnia, because I've been around long enough that I remember before Bretonnia had an army list and existed. So, let's take a look.
I am the blood of Gilles.
Okay, it's apparently pronounced Gilles. Well, we only start with Couronne, it looks like. So, King of Bretonnia, powerful melee fighter, has a powerful ability Lion's Shield. It's not going to tell me what that is. Starts with all knightly vows unlocked, don't know what that is. Movement campaign range is increased, that's quite nice for all characters. Aura range is larger when attacking, that's also pretty nice. Pegasus Knights, we start with armored, shielded, anti-large, very fast, that's cool. Flying Knights. We start with a field trebuchet, and Grail Knights. Armored and shielded, living saints. Knights who sipped from the Grail are elevated above mere mortals and truly are what is best in men. Anti-large. So what is that? So Lance formation makes you a little slower, a little bit more vulnerable to missile fire, but charge speed's faster, charge bonus, acceleration. Blessing of the Lady, so constant 20% physical resistance, that's quite nice. Immune to psychology, can hide in forests, immune to vigor. Okay, that's kind of cool too. So that doesn't matter too much. How about you guys? Do you have anything special? No, no special skills or anything. Actually, you do. What is it? Vanguard Deployment. Alright. Yeah, I think we'll go with this. So, I am curious. Bordelot
Protector of the realm.
is Alberic de Bordelot. Okay. So that's a bit further south. And Carcassonne. So I did play the Wood Elf campaign, so I kind of saw where Bordelot, Carcassonne, and that kind of stuff was. Of course, and I know the game Carcassonne.
What do you seek?
The Fey Enchantress. Huh. Yeah, I think we're going to stick with the king, though. So we will go with
Champion of the lady.
Louen. Okay, I don't think I have any goofy stuff set. I want to double check. Yeah, it should have been here. Challenge is normal. Alright, yeah, I think everything should be fine. I don't think it's going to do anything goofy to start with.
My blade is ready.
Alright, so, like I said, I do have thoughts about Bretonnia. I have some ideas of what I want to do. I kind of feel like, for human empires, you know, the Empire, of course, is the most common, and I'll probably play the Empire once I combine the two games together. I kind of wanted to try out Bretonnia because they're a little different, and having just played through the Wood Elf campaign, and before that playing as the Norse. So, yeah, let's get into it, and then I'll talk about Bretonnia later.
Does war visit fair Bretonnia this day? It is no longer enough for the dukes to sit idle. It is time for the flower of Bretonnia to unfurl and reveal its thorns. I come to his court with a wealth of knowledge that will aid this errantry war. Like the Grail companions of old, the dukedoms of Bretonnia will unite under the banner of their king. Let their enemies feel lance tip and blessed sword. Now is the age of chivalry and greatness. Now is the age of blood and battle.
Vampires, greenskins, and beastmen alike are right to run from the field when King Louen Leoncoeur the Lionhearted charges into the fray atop his noble hippogriff, Becquois. For their doom is surely at hand, wearing the blessed crown of Bretonnia and wielding the legendary sword of Corone, forged from exquisite Bretonian silverine. The recently crowned King Louen comes to smite evil from his lands with the eternal blessing of the Lady of the Lake. A system of monarchy based on tarts throwing swords. Tarts in lakes throwing swords at people is not the basis of a good economy or a good government. Yeah, so while we're loading here, before Bretonnia had an army list, which I think was 3rd edition when it came out, they had the Lizardmen and Bretonians in the same box set, I'm pretty sure. It was 3rd or 4th edition of Fantasy. Not that they changed much. I think they changed less in Fantasy over the years than they did in 40k. But, so Lizardmen were kind of new. They'd kind of hinted at them before, and then Bretonians, yeah, it must have been 4th edition, actually. Anyway, so whichever box set it was. So in the earlier box sets, they always would have some information about, you know, different kingdoms and stuff that didn't have army lists. So Bretonnia was actually, like, super corrupt. Think like French Revolution, like France right before the French Revolution. That was the basis. There was no Arthurian stuff. There was no, like, honor and knights and that kind of stuff. It was, like, super corrupt Slaneshi worship, like a decadent land that never left its borders. Fought, like, there was rumors of, like, undead being in the swamps, but there was also Famir, which I'm kind of interested in this. They added the Famir in the Norscan army lists, but there was supposed to be, like, Famir in the marshes around Marienburg and in areas in Bretonnia, and, like, Bretonnia was, like, mostly just a bunch of Slaneshi worshipping decadent, like, I rub the cake on my belly, you know, kind of thing, like that kind of stuff. Like, that was Bretonnia. So when they actually did the army list, people were really surprised when it came out and it had all these Arthurian elements, and people thought, well, why didn't they save that for Albion? Because Albion had been hinted at before in the games and stuff too, so in the books. And they eventually did, I think it was in a White Dwarf, they talked about, like, Albion and gave, like, a little miniature army list, and it was basically more kind of Celt inspired, and there was all the stuff about, like, druids and giants and that kind of stuff, which sort of made sense, but I think it's because they burned all of the Arthurian stuff when they redid Bretonnia, because Bretonnia before that was like this decadent backwater that didn't really get involved in politics outside its own borders. So they really, really changed the setting a lot.
Greetings to you, benevolent Royak. Blessed is your rule over Bretonnia. Yet darkness spreads from abroad and threatens your kingdom. The threat is real. It must be faced. To the east, the greedy merchant princes of Marienburg conspire to consolidate their riches. Observe that much wealth flows into Marienburg, but very little emerges. Further south, in the Grey Mountains, greenskins and dwarfs vie for control of the peaks. Whoever wins may yet cause trouble for you, my lord. Beyond, the wood elves in their mysterious forest protect their homes. Whilst at the coast, the Duke of Bordelot is as unpredictable as the roiling sea, and as secretive as the watery depths. Elsewhere, the unliving lords of Mousillon wage war against mortal men. The bickering dukedoms ignore the looming threat, and so it falls to you to act, my liege. Only a united Bretonnia can face these growing perils. Raise your banner, King Leoncoeur, and drive this evil from the world in the lady's blessed name. My lord, the Dukes of Bretonnia have resided under a chivalrous code for many years. Honor this tradition, build upon the great foundations of Gilles le Breton, and lead the knightly orders forward to glory.
Okay, chapter objective, the Land of Chivalry. My lord, the Dukes of Bretonnia have resided under... Is that the same thing? Yeah. Alright, attain 400 chivalry. Honor and chivalry are the driving forces for all Bretonians. Call an errantry war in their defense. Chivalry is increased through noble actions and heroic victories, and lost through dishonorable deeds. Your current chivalry level can be seen on the campaign interface at the top of the screen. Okay, it must be this. I'm assuming. Take a look at that in a minute. There is no greater benefit of chivalry than the assistance of the Green Knight. The legendary hero can be called upon in times of need to restore those who oppose you. Peasants form the backbone of your army and economy, so be wary of using up your surplus of by enlisting too many. So there's a limited number, maybe? Conquering new regions increases your surplus, enabling you to field more peasants in your armies without suffering a penalty to your farming, economy, buildings. Your current peasant economy surplus can be seen on the campaign interface at the top of the screen. Is that this? Yeah. So I kind of feel like I want to veer away from using the peasants as much as possible. They are revolting, you know. Alright, so that's it. So 8 of 10. For each settlement you control, your armies can sustain an additional 2 peasant units, with your capital being able to sustain 8. When peasants are recruited, they cannot continue working in the farms. As such, farming income will decline should you recruit beyond your capacity. So currently farms are working at full capacity, upkeep's minus 10% for all non-knight units. Okay, so yeah, I want my economy as strong as possible. That's something I've definitely noticed, is that the stronger your economy is, the better you are kind of as going through these campaigns. So we have a bonus leadership because we're at noble level. We can drop lower, so below 0, leadership minus 10, control minus 5. That's pretty bad. So we start with all knightly vows unlocked. I have no idea what that is. What does that mean? Is that something in research? I don't know. Yeah, interesting. Alright, so we can go for the Chivalry Code, Chivalry plus 5, Leadership plus 5 for Lords Embedded, Armor plus 5 for Lords Embedded, Economic Investment, Growth plus 4, Income from Settlements. I'm going to go money early on. Give me more money. What do we have here? So, I don't know why it's focused on Mousillon. Sometimes I've noticed it does this on this, where like it highlights in gold, like your adversaries. Not now. Nope. Still gonna do that. Alright, it's purple. So I don't really want to go to war with the Wood Elves. I need to check and see what my win objectives are. So I start with a pretty small area. I think Mousillon might be a good target early on, but also Marienburg is a lot of money, but they also control some areas up here. I'm kind of thinking what we want to do is try to unite Bretonnia, take out Mousillon, of course, deal with Marienburg, maybe move on Astalia and Tylea. Maybe the Border Princes as well. I'm not sure. It kind of depends on what my objectives are. and just kind of prepare for the assault. We could have Norse coming down at us, but I haven't really noticed that much in the past. I've noticed mostly Bretonnia fighting Musalon and losing a lot, actually. So what are my conditions? Attain 1,000 chivalry, okay? Complete the final errantry war battle, so it's a special battle. I did do there was a special final battle at the end of the special Wood Elf campaign that I did, and it was nuts compared to all the other battles. I think something glitched out in it, so it was actually made it a bit harder than it should have. So we only have Corone and Languille. To the south, we've got who? Lyonesse. Castle Artois is here, so Artois has that. I can't tell how big some of these are. I think Musalon just has the one territory. Take a look in diplomacy. I might want to go in a big
Relations with
diplomacy
foreign
offensive.
powers may be managed through diplomacy, my lord. Consider.
Yeah. All right, so Bordelot has 2 settlements. Carcassonne has 2. Artois 2. Lyonesse 1. We actually start with a non-aggression pact. Nice. We have a non-aggression pact with the Empire to start with. We're already at war with Marienburg, so that might be what I want to focus on first. I'm not at war with Musalon, though, interestingly enough. Okay. Well,
Welcome to fair Bretonnia. Now is the time to unite. Yes?
yeah, funny you should say that. You're not interested in uniting, though. Let's see if we can get a trade agreement. Okay, that'll help in the long run. I'm not sure if I want to go for peace necessarily. We're kind of neutral at this point. Once I start doing some stuff, that'll change a bit. We are at war with the orcs already. Which territory do they have? Just 1. Okay. Where are you at? So you're up there in Grugzint, which also might be a nice target early on. Yeah, it's kind of leaning me this way. We take Grungzint, we move on Marienburg. That's kind of what I'm thinking. What do we have? So, Legendary Knight. So we get uses for the Green Knight. That's interesting. Faction Summary. Yeah, Treasury. All that kind of stuff. Alright, what's in my army?
The lion.
Right. Louen. We've got Men-at-Arms. Sword Infantry. Basic kind of dudes. Peasant Mobs. Expendable. Okay. I still don't know how to keep these to stay so I can actually look at the various different abilities and stuff. I'm sure there's a way to do it. What I've had to do is just kind of look through the territories and then look there. So, Peasant Mobs, Spearmen at Arms, Anti-Large, also expendable. Peasant Bowmen. If I do anything for peasants, it would be probably Bowmen. We've got the 1 Grail Knights, Knights of the Realm. Nice armor. Decent charge bonus, weapon strength. We've got a couple Knights Errant. We have our Pegasus Knights, a couple Trebuchets. So we start off pretty well. What can we get? Currently, just Bowmen, Spearmen at Arms, Peasant Mobs, Men at Arms. So the thing that I am not sure about is which of these units count as peasants for the economy. I'm assuming anything that says peasant, sure. But Spearmen at Arms and Men at Arms, I'm not sure. I'll have to actually, like, buy one to see. So currently we can build trebuchets. We have Grail Shrine. So that gives me Grail Knights, the Smithy, gets me the Men-at-Arms with shields. So we currently can get Spearmen at Arms, Men at Arms. Okay, so this is a peasant unit. So anytime we have the little hat here, or kind of looks like a taco, taco means peasant. So all these guys are peasants. Once we get higher up, men-at-arm with polearms also, foot squires also. Really? Okay. So for knights, mounted yeomen are also peasants. Mounted yeomen archers. At what point do we avoid? Okay, so we've got to get to like knight errants and up. Then we're avoiding grabbing peasants for the army. The trebuchets also count as peasants. Fields. So with the fields we can recruit, okay, the basic peasants. Weaving house for money. Tap room, control. Pox shelter, okay. Growth, casualty replenishment rate. Clay pit, alright. Right. So Languille is nice port, getting me some money. Couronne. So upgrading this, I'm not sure because we only get like peasant-based units here. We need to focus on cavalry, but also money. So we probably want to go stables at some point. We'll also need the smithy at some point. Grail Shrine's nice. I've got a couple trebuchets, so we can kind of not worry about that too much. We could focus on money. 250 income, that's pretty nice. And we can recruit if we have to. Yeah, I think we're going to go with fields here, just because I want the extra income early on. And later we can build up like cavalry and a smithy, something like that. I do have a field already, so maybe I should do something different. The only thing that gets me cash is the clay pit, which will help me out for trading a little bit. I mean, this is a lot more money. Yeah, I'm gonna go money. Focus on the money. Okay, this is 2,000 to upgrade. That's quite a bit. But either one of these requires the smithy, so there really isn't much point until I build the smithy, and I'll need a smithy anyway for some of the knights. So maybe we'll go smithy next, and then upgrade that. Since right now all we can really get are men-at-arms and spearmen men-at-arms. Alright, I've got a pretty good army to start off with though, which is nice. Yeah, I'd really like to unite with Lioness and then move in on Mousillon. That would really be my ideal thing before they spread, because the undead just cause more and more problems the longer they're around. Can I get you...
The lady grants you safe passage in these lands.
You don't want to go any more or give me military access. So that is unfortunate. Even if I could just get military access, I might try to make a move on Mousillon right now.
Darkness comes.
Because you are going to be a problem later. I don't want to fight the Wood Elves, but I'm afraid as I kind of make alliances with the various different other duchies in Bretonnia, that it's going to force me into it one way or the other.
Louen Leoncoeur.
So I wonder, raiding. Is raiding considered bad? Barbed Warhorses of Bretonnia are grand beasts dressed in barding to give greater protection to their magic-wielding riders. So we can encamp. We can raid, chivalry -2. Yep, that's what I thought. Okay. Ambush, also chivalry -2. So we probably just want to do normal movements unless we have a ton of extra chivalry. We've got nothing special. The Puissant Virtue. Chivalry +10, passive ability, Blessing of the Lady. So constant ward save, 20% physical resistance. Okay. We've got a Barded Warhorse. So is this... Maybe this is the stuff that was mentioned, the vows. The Knight's Vow, Questing Vow, Grail Vow. So it's required for certain... So with him, you just need the buildings for it. You don't have to do anything else, or put skill points towards it. Alright, that's cool. I do eventually want to get on Becquois. I think that would be kind of fun. Yeah, take a look at the tech as we move through it. Alright, well, I'm going to just start moving. I've got a pretty decent army to start with, and I think we want to make a move on probably the Orcs. That's their capital. It doesn't have walls yet, maybe? I don't know if I have to see it to know if there's walls. I might have to. Alright, let's move the army.
My blade is ready.
I'm probably going to get tired of Zefeka Franchi. Alright, what kind of army do you have up here? Not too much, and you don't have a lot in the garrison, probably. It's actually pretty big. Yeah, I don't know if I can take that. Maybe with the units I have?
Sigma forbids this.
You have a slightly smaller army. Actually, you've got a smaller garrison, too, than the Orcs do, but you've got walls. Grungzint does not have walls, so that's a little bit better for me, probably.
King Louen. I go forth.
Across the border. Might not be a good idea, but that's what I'm doing. I could build up my armies a little bit first. I just kind of wanted to scout and check things out. And I don't want to hurt my economy too much by grabbing a bunch of peasants, but I might have to do that. So I'm not going to spend the cash here. We'll wait until we have the armory, smithy, whatever it is. Early on, the turns will go pretty quick, probably, once we get going here. I just want to see what the Orcs are going to do and what Marienburg's going to do, considering I'm at war with them already. Before I do anything else, I probably should have saved it earlier, but I'm going to save it. Oh, I've got commandments. I'm so used to the Wood Elves didn't even have commandments. Alright, what do we got? Control plus 10, reduction in Vampire Chaos Corruption. We've got construction costs are less, research rates higher, tax rates higher, equipment costs are less, growth. Let's go growth here early on. We want to get Corone built up fairly quickly so I can get to Knights. So we want the stables, we want the smithy. So it did say like Bordelot was kind of unpredictable. I'm curious what's going to happen there. Green-skinned, unpleasant land. Your people live in fear for evil stalks fair Bretonnia. The greenskins that infest the mountains and forests harass and raid the surrounding villages with ever greater violence. They kind of would be raiding Marienburg, but alright. Now they mass in the hills, and people fear a greater incursion. Control is decreasing across the land as a result. Hold out if you think the kingdom robust enough, in the hope that they tire and skulk back to their hideouts, or lead a force to destroy their settlements, and their attacks wipe them out for good. Control minus 20, that's really awful. Got our field done. So that's a big kick in the balls for our control. So yeah, we're losing like minus 21 up here. That's ridiculous. I'm probably going to have to change control plus 10. Let's try to mitigate that by switching that over. Oh, I forgot we've got a little character here too.
Priestess of the lady.
Florence de Bois. What are you, Florence? You're a damsel. Okay. She's stupid. Right. What can you do for me? Not much, considering I didn't move you up with the army. Okay, so we've encountered Karak Ziflin.
I am the blood of Gilles.
Do I want to risk the attack up on the Orcs? I think I kind of do, because I'm curious how things are going to go, but I feel like this army's a bit small. The knights have really got to carry the day for me if I go for this. Let's see what else I want to do here first. Yeah, I'm going to hold off on this. There really isn't much point in upgrading. We just want to amass some cash here at this point.
Strength and honor.
Okay, we saved it, so let's see how this goes.
Hold true.
It's saying I have, like, no chance in hell. I think I've got a decent chance here. Basic orc boys. Goblins, orc air boys, wolf riders. I think this is doable. I could be very, very wrong. I've got some elite dudes. Pegasus Knights are actually anti-cavalry. That's interesting. There are Goblin Wolf Riders in the garrison. Doom Divers could be an issue. So I basically have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cavalry units. So they're going to have to do most of the work along with my ballista. Everyone else is just going to hang back and guard the ballistas, probably, or the trebuchets, along with the king. Just kind of holding off, and we'll just try to rampage with the knights and see how that goes. Alright, time to totally redo this. Actually, I really don't like the snow maps because it's really hard to see the yellow for me on this. Okay, so what we want...
What do you bid?
Pegasus Knights. It is a nice big open area.
Defenders of the realm! Grail Knights!
So we have Grail Knights,
What do you bid?
Errant Knights.
Knights of the realm! Brave knights!
Knights Errant. Alright. Wow, the peasant rabble really is rabble, isn't it?
Show 'em what we're made of.
They're just a mob. Yeah, I think we'll just have them kind of guarding the archers and the ballistas and stuff. We do have some harder units. Alright, I'm going to shift over a little bit. No, he's actually on a horse. Okay, so I'll have you with the knights. You're going to do some crazy charging around. I might need his leadership up close, but oh well. Alright, so we've got the spearmen.
Spearman at arms!
Let's go kind of like this.
Battle ready!
Kind of.
We serve the king!
Just get you out of the way for the moment. Let's get our ballista, or trebuchets. I keep saying ballista for some reason.
Fighters!
Alright. And archers hang out behind. I can't tell exactly. I'm so used to the wood elves now that this seems pretty short range. Okay. So I kind of want to head out to the flanks
We serve the lady!
as much as possible with my knights, at least initially.
Knights errant!
So really, you're just here to kind of harass and cause problems. The knights will be doing most of the work. Just throw you right in the middle there. Okay, so they are way out left. So the way I fight, I often am kind of pausing it. I think sort of it's kind of based a little bit on the controls being a bit problematic. I think everything showed up at once, didn't it? So you got Goblin Wolf Riders, lots of goblins. I'm not too concerned about the goblins. We can cause problems for them. Yeah, everything showed up at once. They're not split up. That's too bad. I was hoping they'd be split up. So outright, you've got the Doom Diver and them. Okay. So, put this down a little bit. You two, I want you to like charge out here like complete maniacs. You're going to come over because I'm assuming the Wolf Riders are going to come this way and you're anti... It said anti-cavalry in the other thing, but it's just anti-large very fast. If they're pretty quick, that'd be nice. You three, let's head out that way-ish. And I'm probably going to want to kind of readjust you guys a bit. So I kind of want to angle that way. The problem is I found that it's very hard to do that. Especially on the snow, it's really hard to see kind of what I'm doing. So I have to kind of hope for the best. Just to kind of angle them a little bit. You guys, like, let's draw you out a bit more. You will draw you out a bit more. Guys, kind of that way. At least they're like there. I can kind of see the angles up that way. Everyone is on the move.
Be sure to use your mounted soldiers to full effect, Commander. Harass the enemy formation and strike at their weakest points.
Sure. I'm just going to let them shoot at whatever, at least for the moment. They're awfully slow to respond here. See if the trebuchets can do some damage. They'll want to try to flank around to the side and back. The king and the other cavalry here, are they just going to stay put? I mean, if they stay put, I'll hit them with the trebuchets and stuff. If we're in range. Yeah, we're in range. We're shooting at something. What are we shooting at? I can direct them, but I'm just going to kind of let them go at this point. Okay, they are kind of moving around. Let's keep you guys on the move here. God, it's so hard to see on the snow. I don't know why it's not showing me. Usually it shows me that. I swear that the battle controls are kind of wonky in this. It's why I pause a lot when I'm doing this, but should be okay. The trebuchets do some damage. They don't want to charge me even though they have a big advantage, so yeah, you can just suck some trebuchet shots then. I'm kind of fine with that. So you've moved nobody, just the Doom Divers by themselves there. Goblin Wolf Riders are on the move. So they're shifting their army over. What I'll probably do is try to charge through. I'm tempted to split you guys up, but I don't know if that's the right call. Kind of reorganizing. We just got smacked by something. All right, so think. Got you already. Let's go ahead and start moving in. I'm going to see if I can just kind of charge through. That's not really a good angle. Try about there-ish. So the Knights Errant, I think, are a little bit weaker. Yeah, a little bit weaker. You guys go for the Doom Diver. You guys head out just in the back. Yeah, they've totally moved their army over. It's going to end up being the charge of the Light Brigade here, but... I fasten the lady! Yeah, everything's converging. Yeah, they're being a little bit weird here. Okay, you're going back. You're going for the Doom Diver directly. You're going for them. You three, yeah. We'll continue sort of trying to just kind of pound through here, and then we'll return or come up the flanks. Okay, Pegasus guys are heading in. Causing general mayhem. I mean, they are orcs, so they should kind of freak out, especially if I end up charging them in the rear. The orcs are the ones I really want to hurt. While all this is going on, my trebuchets should still be throwing... maybe only at those front units, actually. Let's move you guys up. I know there are controls to move everybody up in formation, but for whatever reason it just doesn't work. And I don't know if it's because I'm playing the first Warhammer or what exactly. Like holding down Alt, like grabbing everybody holding Alt and then moving, it doesn't actually work. It just spreads them out. All right, let's see how things go up here. Okay, we are sort of bogged down. They're freaking out. Pegasus Knights, move on. Knights Errant, move on to the archers. The king. You should be able to handle yourself, right? Actually, you've got an ability. What do you have? Missile and magic resistance. Well, it's not helping me at the moment. You are charging in. The Doom Diver is about destroyed. Yeah, they're kind of freaking out, going all over the place. Okay. Knights Errant. Head on in. The Grail Knights are doing okay. They are fighting goblins and orc boys. A little concerned about the goblin cavalry. Okay, I've got units on the move. I don't know if I can actually disengage here very easily. Where are you guys going? Go for the orc boys. You're going for the boys. You're going for the boys. The Knights Errant are doing something. See if I can pull them out to get another charge. Oh, you guys have abilities too. Oh, it's the formation. Okay. Yeah, you're already stuck. I didn't really look. Because if I grab multiple, it didn't show me that, I don't think. So this gives me less missile parry, less shields. Yeah, sure, go for that. I don't know if you'll get it done before you land, but sure. Let's see if I can get the Grail Knights out, too. I might just be better off just leaving them. No, they actually got away. On the double boys. Okay, the rest of my army. Let's keep moving up. Basically just trying to keep the ballistas. I keep saying ballistas. Keeping the trebuchets in range of something. But micromanaging my cavalry is kind of the main thing I need to be doing here. Okay. You guys turn on the Wolf Riders. King is getting banged up a little bit. He's a tiny bit surrounded by everybody. Yeah, this weak orc units I should be able to do pretty good damage to. I am taking some losses for sure. I don't want to lose any units, and I definitely don't want to lose the king. Might be a good time to pull back a bunch of units. If I can destroy most of what he's got, other than archers, I'll be in a pretty good spot. Okay, Grail Knights are getting charged. They came back. They want to try to come back, fine. I'm trying to get over to the king here, kind of, with these guys. Alright, yeah, the king's getting banged up. So let's try to pull him out. It's an awful lot on the Grail Knights at the moment, so I'm going to see if I can get them out as well. We can try to make another charge. Let's head back that way. Knights Errant here are getting pretty trashed. I'll try to pull them out. Okay, they're gone. We've got the Pegasus Knights. Tempted to just throw them in here, but I'm not sure if it's a good idea. We'll throw them at the boys. The king is still kind of stuck. I wish this gave him something else. I mean, I'll take it, but I'd rather have, like, physical resistance or something. If you guys keep trying to take that unit on. Okay, Pegasus Knights are in. You guys, let's turn back around and charge in. They're breaking. Let's go here, try to help the king. Charge the goblins. Are we in range here of anything? Probably not. Keep bringing them up. I might want to fall back that direction if I need to. Oh, King's in trouble. He's not pulling out at all. I think he's stuck. I might lose him, which would kind of suck, but if I win the battle, it'll be worth it. Alright, trebuchets are definitely in range now. he's panicking. I've never actually had a lord die in all the playing I've done. Like your main lord kind of thing. Alright, he's actually getting out, but he's panicked. Alrighty. Pegasus Knights are a bit surrounded. Let's try to get out of there. Let's keep on them. And I'm going to see if I can get the Grail Knights out before things get too bad as well. Trying to leave. So if I can bring in the trebuchets to do a bunch of damage now, the rest of the army, and then save my knights maybe, I'll see if I can do that. Okay, we can't go that way. Go that way then. They're shattered. There's no point going after them. Don't really want to get tied up in the goblins either. Killing off the orcs is definitely the main thing. See if I can just kind of rush by. And let's see if you three can kind of get out that way. Okay, they're kind of chasing. Come on, Pegasus Knights. Let's go that way. Got the king back under control. Let's head out there as well. We'll try to loop back around to the main army. Everybody here got out. Come on, Pegasus Knights. Why do you keep going back? It's like most of them are gone and they keep coming back. I'm not sure if that's because they're stuck in combat and can't get away. Might have to send some units in to help. Grail Knights are trashed. Knights of the Realm. Yeah. Really damaged my knights pretty badly here. Bring you guys on up. So I think we'll try to just head back to our actual main battle line here, if we can. Run! For now. Come on, Pegasus Knights, get out of there! They keep kind of leaving and then going back, and I think it's because they're stuck, or one of them's stuck. I'm not sure exactly what's going on there. I might have to charge back in there to try to save them. So if we're going to do that, let's go here-ish. Go through the archers. Maybe. If I can make it through, it's kind of risky. Okay, Pegasus guys are free. Come on, just run. Let's head back to the army. No, I didn't need to do that, apparently, so let's try to just run through. I think the forest will slow me down. I should be faster than they are. Down towards the army.
For the Lady of the Lake! Immediately!
So there are still some decent orc units out front, unfortunately. So let's actually direct them to start hitting them. That is the priority. Still out of archer range. I'll still try to maybe position the cavalry around to get another hit in, maybe with these guys. The king and the Pegasus Knights are pretty much done, though. Oh, you guys are in your odd units. So the units, they're slower, but they're better on the charge, so let's get them out of that. So they'll be just a little faster generally. So we're missing a lot of shots, unfortunately. I was hoping I'd do a lot more damage there with the knights. I could have stood around and done some more, but hoping the trebuchets would do some good damage for me. Seems like I'm missing an awful lot of shots. I did take care of the cavalry, so there's no more orc cavalry to worry about. Leader's hurt. Actually, both are banged up. Or is that just a regular unit? Yeah, it's a regular unit. I think it's a bit risky to send in some of these units, but I don't know what else I can really do. I try to get into the flank or rear on them. Okay, archers, let's focus on orcs. Have anybody in range? Hit the goblins out front, that's fine. Yeah, trebuchets are not doing as much as I'd hoped. Okay, Knights of the Realm. You're a bit weak, we'll head to the back. Knights Errant, also weak, head to the back. This one, you're doing alright. Go for the archers. You're pretty banged up. So we'll also head for the back. See if I can create a nice distraction. Yeah, I'm just missing most of these trebuchet shots, unfortunately. Still have a big orc boy unit there. Okay, you're shooting at them. You... Let's shift to the orcs. Pegasuses. Let's head to the flanks if we can. The king, I'm going to head to the back for the moment.
Dip lances! Charge!
Okay, you're on the move. You guys are sort of being goofy. Alright, go for that. Go for that. Go for that. Just wreck the archers in the back, I guess. At least temporarily. Put you in skirmisher mode. Okay, so we're about to start wrecking some infantry in the back. Go make the archers freak out. Okay, men-at-arms. Let's charge the gobos. Lord going in on the peasants? Sure, why not? Still an awful lot of orc warriors up front, which is definitely a problem. Do what I can. You're focusing on them. Guys, let's... this orc's coming in. The orc boys. Just in case, I'm going to put them in skirmish mode too. Alright, spearmen are charging my Pegasus. Pegasi. Get out of there. Let's go for them. Grail Knights also. You hit them. You hit them. This left flank's going to be in a lot of trouble. Worried about sending the king in. We could try to take on him while he's busy with the peasants. Give it a shot. Things are going to get very desperate very soon here for my peasants. Okay, it's a giant mess in the back. Let's go back here. It's all over the place. Kind of going for the orcs back there. More are on the way. If I can wreck this back line and they hold long enough, I can charge into the rear here. They're all breaking. Stay on the boys for now. Let's charge them as well. You're going for the Lord. Don't know that there's any magic around, but we'll take that just in case. Peasants here are doing okay, actually. Guys are fighting. Just the boys, kinda. Pegasus charge, making more of them freak out in the back. The line is holding. Temporarily. I don't know how much longer it is going to hold. Okay, we've got more orcs there. Charge them. Guys. Fight them for a minute. Fight them for a minute. Brought back the goblins with spears, which is a bit of a problem. The Pegasus. Shift targets. What are you shooting at? That's kind of a dangerous unit to be shooting at. Let's go, like... Yeah, that unit. Okay, they're actually doing pretty well. This peasant mob, let's try to go for them. You keep shooting at them. Alright, we've got most of these guys shattered out this way. You are so close to death. My poor Pegasus Knights. Let's pull you out of the fighting. Knights Errant. They're not shattered yet, so stay on them. Grail Knights. Let's go... One charge should about do it. Knights Errant. Stay on the boys for now. Until they're shattered, I want them engaged. Alright, who broke? Peasants. And my Pegasus guys. I can't blame them too much. Okay, you're charging them. You can go ahead and switch to that target. You switch to the bigger orc boy unit. Knights of the Realm, what are you doing? Let me see if I can get through, just for fun. Okay, their leader's still alive, but he is broken. So I'm going to try to get my king out before he dies. Actually, let's go this way. It might be safer because there's orcs over here. Might want you. And though you're trashed. Yeah, let's hit him in the rear. That's fine. Okay. The Grail Knights. Let's head in the back of the Orc Boys. The Knights Errant. We'll head into there and then into the other unit. And you can charge that unit so it doesn't reform. Guy's just running away here. You broken? Yeah, you're broken. That's too bad. So you're coming in. Alright, let's just go for them. Go kill the archers. This has turned into a much bigger mess than I thought it would be. Still haven't recovered. Okay, Pegasus Knights are sort of back. I'm gonna try to get around. Maybe we'll try to come in behind on the cavalry or the archers. Maybe try to hit some other units that are trying to get away. You guys get out. They're all broken. So let's pull you back. So you can stay there for now. Keep focusing on that big unit. Still haven't recovered. Okay, you guys keep chasing them down. Oh, Knights of the Realm, freaking out. I want to make sure I don't lose any of these knight units, if it's at all possible. Grail Knights. Try to help out and try to sweep over. Knights Errant. Go work on something else. Keep shooting at them. You're shooting. Let's keep on the Orc Boys. you recovering? Yeah, go after them. They're all really scattered here. You keep going after him. You keep shooting him. The cavalry is going out there. Hey, victory! I'm just gonna end it. Close victory! Okay, I lost a little under half. Knights did a very good job. 109 kills, 57, 97, 73. The king got 16. Mauled them pretty effectively. I thought my cavalry would do quite a bit of good work. It was nice that it was nice and open. Yeah, I definitely need more knights. More knights, that's for sure. I'm hoping it's loading. The bar's not really moving. There we go. Yeah, 115 kills, 109 kills. Very, very nice. Pegasus Knights didn't do quite as good as the other cavalry. I'm not sure why. I guess there are fewer of them, so that could be why. Their main benefit, I think, is just their speed. I'm sure when I get some upgrades to skills and things that'll help, like maybe increase charge damage, weapon damage, that kind of stuff, would be quite nice, depending on the skills we pick up. Horse archers would be nice too, but I don't think Bretonnia has that. It's taking forever to load. Did I kill their leader? I don't know if I killed anybody. A rock cracktooth. But since we're fighting over a settlement, I think we'll be able to just either raise it or take it over. I don't know, I might be able to do both. Sometimes I've been able to do both in a turn, and sometimes I can't. I'm not sure why sometimes. Maybe it's the distance I traveled beforehand. Sometimes it makes me wonder, like, is that a mechanic that's supposed to work that way, or what? Yeah, I don't know why it's taken this long to load. It's never taken this long to load after a battle before. The game's like, you were definitely going to lose that. I don't know how you won, so now I've got to kind of rejigger a bunch of stuff. Hey, loot. Always good to get. With Mittenheim being here, yeah, I definitely want to take this over. Alright, we got an item. And a level up. Chivalry and so we got the Brass Cleaver. Passive ability, +8 melee attack. Nice. I can't take this over, huh? I thought I'd be able to take it over. Do not occupy the settlement, but instead steal wealth, damage buildings. All captives are killed. Controls reduced. Previous owners will like you a lot less. Chivalry -30. If we just raise it... Yeah, I mean, it's not a lot of money at this point. I was hoping I could maybe take it over. Well, 3,000 is quite a lot at this point, actually. Chivalry -30. How much do I have? Not a lot, not enough, so we'll just raise it. Right, got the brass cleaver. Skull Smasher is obliterated. Yep, no more orcs in this area
A
of the
display
world.
of noble action and good intent, my lord. Good things will come to those that possess these virtues.
Acts of chivalry exemplified the knightly order for Bretonnian factions. Great benefits are bestowed upon those who follow the Grail Companions Code.
King Louen.
Alright, unfortunately Marienburg's quite close. They could send an army up at me, but I'm hoping that they will not. Right, so we have melee attack +5. We have aura larger, or we can move more. I'm going to go move more early on. That's always nice. Alright, I think I'm probably going to end it here. I'm probably not going to play much more of this today, but I'll just kind of occasionally check in on how the campaign's going, playing as Bretonnia. It's a pretty good start, taking out the orcs in the area. I'm hoping that gets rid of that negative effect. I think it did, because it doesn't seem like it's there anymore. The public order -20. Yeah, so it's pretty much back to normal. I'm hoping Marienburg doesn't try to jump me, but they might.
My magic is yours.
But I think that's going to do it for today. So thanks so much for watching. This has been a bit of Total War Warhammer playing as Bretonnia. I've been Disturbing Puppet. Hopefully I will see you all again next time. Until then, have a good one.